Hi, my name is Nicole, and I've had an abortion. I just want to thank all the viewers for tuning in today and every last Wednesday of the month when we usually have our call-in show. Um, I'm a part of the My Voice, My Choice Leadership Group, which is an advocacy arm of the Chicago Abortion Fund. The Chicago Abortion Fund funds low-income women in Illinois who are in their second trimester who cannot afford to pay for the procedure themselves. And so if you need any more information about funding, or you know someone who might need funding, you can always give us a call at 312-663-0338 or hit us up at our website at chicagoabortionfund.com or info@chicagoabortionfund.com. And so, with that being said, the My Voice, My Choice Leadership Group, as I said before, is an advocacy arm of the Chicago Abortion Fund, and what we do is advocate for reproductive rights. And so that includes reproductive justice and health, and we just educate our communities and the constituents that receive funding from CAP. We do public outreach. We go to conferences and trainings, and just to up our skills and take the knowledge and education that we've gained back to our communities. So today I want to talk about something that's very prevalent in the black community, in that I'm pretty sure a lot of people have talked about this topic a dozen times, but we can never talk about it enough. Today I'm going to be talking about the high rates of HIV and AIDS, because recently we had a forum. Well, we didn't have a forum, but the Chicago Urban League had a forum today, actually from 6 to 8, talking about HIV and STDs and STIs and the high rates in our communities. Some of the people that sat on that panel was Camille Lilly, and she is a lead sponsor of House Bill 3027, which is a sex ed bill for comprehensive sex education for CPS schools. Kimberly Y. Smith, she was a doctor from Rush University. Chris Brown, not the singer, but the assistant commissioner of STI and HIV division of Chicago Department of Public Health, and Michelle D. Hughes, she was a part of the Congregational Church of Park Manor. And so recently, the U.S. Center for Disease Control, they released reports stating that HIV cases among young black gay men 13 to 29 in Chicago has risen to 62% between 2005 and 2008. And so the Cook County Department of Public Health, Children's Memorial Hospital, they did their first youth risk behavior survey or whatever, and they found out that 37% of students admitted to having sex, and African Americans were the largest ethnic group that admitted to having sex, and 61% were Latino, 24% Caucasian, and 60% of them admitted that they had their first sexual intercourse encounter before the age of 13. Illinois, we ranked 21 for the highest teen pregnancy rates, 14 for abortion rates, and 25 for the highest teen birth rate. Close to 50% of high school students have engaged in sexual intercourse, and 40% did not use a condom. And so these are some staggering numbers, and I would like you all to call in and comment and let me know why you guys think, these numbers are so high, and what can we do to get these numbers down, because that's why we have to constantly drill this information out there and, educate the community on what's going on. Because I know when I was a teenager, I didn't have sex until I was 18, but that's because my mom scared the pants off of me. But it wasn't because she had a talk with me about sex, told me about using condoms or birth control or any of that. It was just because she told me if I got pregnant, I would get kicked out her house. But I don't suggest that as a tactic to use to prevent teens from having sex early or convincing them to be abstinent. It's very important that we educate the youth on sex and what they can do to prevent from being, one of these statistics, having HIV, AIDS, or, contracting an STD or STI. I just recently did a community forum in September, the beginning of September, and my forum was on STDs and STIs. And when I was doing my research, I was just looking at like all the high numbers for the STDs and the STIs contracted, and they were mainly by teenagers. And Chicago public schools right now, they don't have a comprehensive sex education class. They might have, a health class. Most of the people that were in my forum, we talked about our sex education experiences, and a lot of them said that either they didn't have it, or either they did have it, but it didn't really explain, how to use a condom, how to use birth control. It just really talked about abstinence and what you will get if you have sex, and horrid pictures and, things like that. And so, like I said, I encourage you guys to call in and let me know what you think about these high rates that I have, now educated you on, and what do you think that we can do to bring these numbers down. Also, if you would like any more, information about the Chicago Abortion Fund or the My Voice, My Choice Leadership Group, like forums that we have coming up or outreach or anything like that, you can give us a call at 312-663-0338 or email us at chicagoabortionfund.com or check us out at info@chicagoabortionfund.com. So, I just want to talk about a little bit about the bill that we've been working on trying to get passed in the Chicago Public Schools. It's called the Illinois Accurate Sexual Health Education Bill. The bill number is HB 3027. It has 13 co-sponsors currently, and it teaches medically accurate, age-appropriate, and complete information sex education. And so this includes information on reducing unintended pregnancies, STDs, STIs, and HIV and AIDS, but it also stresses abstinence. And this education course would apply to grades 6 through 12. And so I, for one, am very supportive of this bill because, parents, they have such a hard time talking to their children about sex. And I'm a parent myself, and I know when that day comes, that I'm not going to be so happy, but having the knowledge that I have, I know, what tools to use to educate my daughter. But what if she doesn't want to talk to me? Sometimes it can be, awkward for the child to even open up to the parent and talk to them about the subject because it is a sensitive subject. And so, when they don't have that parent, or they don't feel comfortable enough opening up to somebody, older, experienced, that can, basically give them the 411 on how to prevent, an unintended pregnancy or STD or STI, that's where sex education in school falls into play, because sex education is a part of being healthy. You know, in order to be healthy, you know, you don't want STDs, you don't want STIs, you don't want to get, you know, unintended pregnancy. And like I said, these statistics and these numbers are very staggering and just very mind-blowing. And so I just want to talk a little bit more about some more numbers. You know, in 2009, African Americans, 50% were diagnosed with HIV, and just under half of 50% were AIDS. Among men, 56% were African American, 65% Hispanic, and 79% white. Among women, as they always stress and tell us, African American women have the highest rate for HIV and AIDS. 78% were African American women, 65% Hispanic, and 68% white. More than 500,000 people with AIDS have died. You know, that is a lot of people. This disease is killing, you know, a lot of people. You know, and a lot of people say that, you know, abortion is genocide, which I don't think so at all. And to that, HIV/AIDS is genocide.